Good morning, everybody. And today I want to talk about the cost of doing business as a part-time reseller. And the title shows you basically where I'm going with this sky-high costs in 2026. So first of all, I want to remind you that I'm a part-time reseller. I do have some income coming in that supports me, but I do reselling for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's a hobby. It gets me out of the house. Number two, I like shopping. Okay, so if I'm going to shop, I should resell. But I've been doing this since the days of Yahoo auctions. Yes, Yahoo used to have auctions. That's how long ago it goes back. I was selling books, CDs, DVDs. I was a student, and I would take my textbooks and resell them. And that's how I got into the game, really. So eventually, I kind of transitioned over to electronics and appliances, and then toys, the whole gamut, really. And now primarily I'm in clothing, but I'm trying to scale back my clothing sourcing. All right, so last year, the cost of doing business was stable. It was tight, but it was manageable. I didn't take a hit. But this year, almost 4 months in, I'm feeling it. I am feeling it. So the cost of shipping and postage has increased. Everybody should know the stamps, just the first class stamp, is going up again in July, and I think this is the third increase in a year. So when those stamp increases are announced, you can expect priority mail, ground mail to also increase it. Usually UPS and FedEx follow the USPS in costs. So this takes a big hit. We resellers take a really big hit with the shipping costs. And I do give the platforms credit for trying to get discount pricing on the shipping. For example, Poshmark, the cost of postage is still $4.99. But I think that's going to increase this year. So I'm looking around, I'm trying to figure out where can I save. So I looked at my expenses and supplies or supply expenses, and where do I have recurring costs? And my recurring costs are paper, ink, postage, and packaging. All right, so postage or shipping, I charge eBay. I charge on eBay. So the buyer pays shipping, and on Poshmark. Now, McCary, I had been offering free shipping, and I made quite a few sales last year on McCary, but I'm kind of pivoting now because of the postage costs. And McCary has, until recently, they had a low $4.99 shipping costs also. But when I looked at my postage costs last year on Pirate Ship, and I put all these links and information below in the description, I paid $675 just in postage, just in shipping. So I've definitely got to go through my inventory and look at what I have offered for free shipping, and I'll probably have to change that to buyer paid shipping. The next expense is paper and ink. Yes, I send paper invoices because that's what you're supposed to do with eBay, Amazon, Posh, and all the other platforms. Now, some resellers do not send paper invoices. They, refer the buyer back to their sales account to get the invoice. I don't do that. I send a paper invoice. I don't have a lot of returns, but when I do have returns, you know, the invoice gives you my name, address, what the product was, et cetera, if they have to return it. All right, so paper and ink, I try to look for the lowest prices on ink all the time. I'm constantly searching for low prices. And for paper supplies, now ream of paper has gone up in my area to $7.99. It was $5.99. Now it's $7.99. So I'm always on the hunt for paper. So I went to a thrift store recently, and this is one of the first things I do. I go over to the office supplies section of the thrift stores. So I bought all this paper, if you can see that, a lot of paper, and this was $3. And what I'll do is I'll just use the clean side of the paper to send out my invoices. That was a savings. Now, the other thing that I'm looking at to save this coming year is recycling my packaging. I order a lot online. I order from Amazon. I order from a pharmaceutical company. And normally they send boxes. So I am taking all these boxes and recycling them. And if you'll notice, where is it? On the box, it says, see if I can get that in focus. Where are we? It says recycle. So, you know, if they want us to recycle, recycle. This is a savings, because these boxes, like this size, can cost as much as maybe $1, you know, in some places. All right, the other thing I do is I keep all of my stuffings. As you can see, all my paper stuffings, all of my, what do you call this, bubble stuffings, okay? And I also keep these I think it's called styrofoam stuffings. Even if it's a small piece, you know, when you have something that's fragile, you can just pad it with all these stuffings. So that's a savings. And naturally, if you saw one of my shorts recently, all of my Amazon packagings I am keeping and recycling. And it says right there on the bag, recyclable, just like a box. And this is very sturdy. All right, so, you know, this can hold some clothing. It can, you know, it's sturdy enough to even hold some shoes. So that's pretty much it. The last thing I want to show you is this. I think it's called Peel and Stick by Scotch. I have a couple of rolls of this, and it's not too cheap. I mean, you'll be paying $10 or $12 for this. I'll put the information down below in the description. But I use this whenever I'm shipping out a book or a CD, something that's flat. And you want to think about weight. All of this, how much will it cost in terms of adding weight? For example, this is a very lightweight bubble mailer that I'm going to recycle. So think about weight and how sturdy it is. The other thing I want to show you are these free USPS Ground Advantage packagings that you can get from Poshmark. You have to go to Poshmark's, well, you have to be a Poshmark seller, and you ask for these free Ground Advantage envelopes, padded envelopes. And I have a bunch of these. I have a bunch of, they're bigger, heavier weight padded shippings. So that's my little spiel today for you. I think this is going to cut back on the cost of doing business for me. Because everything is going up in cost, as you know, and I've said this before. This war doesn't look like it's going to end soon, unless one of the warring countries blows the smithereens out of the other one. So that's going to have a real impact on supplies across the board. Supplies. Inflation. If you've looked at any of the, let's say, doom and gloom financial reports, the United States is running a deficit. That has an impact on everything. So again, just looking for ways to save and trying to stay above water, at least even with the water level. And that's it for me. I don't know when I'll be going out to do any more thrifting. I would encourage you to click the link below, see some of my other videos, give me a like, and happy reselling. Bye-bye. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.